And we've got steel coming out. So there's that part taken care of, and we're still working on all the green-red science that we can get. So that will help because we need that for the piercing rounds magazine, which is part of the military science, which I want to get that set up today. So that was. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Factorio. I am Arctic Wolf, and this is episode 6. In our last episode, we put in our factory, which will allow us to build other factories. And I increased the storage capacity here. As you can see, I added 2 more rows of chests. Let me hit the Alt button. There we go. Now we can see. So, they're coming in here. I also had to increase the amount of iron that was getting smelted up here. So we're almost using all of our iron. So we've got that coming in along here, and then it follows the same path it did in the last episode here. But when it comes up here, it's a lot more full. Plus we have an extra one that comes off there and comes up on this side and then crosses over and adds to this, just to make sure it's not all getting used by everything down there. And that's leading to a steady stream of product on the outgoing belt. We're still waiting for plates up here, but that's fine. We're doing good. We have the stuff we need to get going. And we're banging out the research too. Alright. Let's check this out. So we've unlocked oil processing and increased science speed, which is helpful. But now we're getting into the part where we need white and blue science. So I'm just going to continue working on. Well, let's unlock the white science pack. That will be a good start. That sound indicates that our military science packs are done being researched. Up next, let's unlock sulfur. And then let's see here. Okay, we're going to need some more iron. This is 2 million, which is a good start, but I think we want this 17 million down here. But there's a biter nest between us and that. Oh, and apparently my pollution is just covering all the water. Okay, there's biters on that side. The radars are really showing us a lot. Okay, there's some oil up here. We got uranium, stone. My goodness. We need that iron. Oh, there's 1.25 million iron right there. And another 16 million over there. So, yeah, we're going to need to go get that stuff eventually. We'll use this one for now, but we have very little room left to put more miners on here. But it looks like these belts are full enough that we can pinch off of there. Okay. Good timing here on the sulfur being done. Let's just go right along with the next one in line here. Just keep doing research. I made an array here that makes ovens. Okay, so Up next, we need to set up an array that makes the white research now that we can make that. Okay. I need piercing rounds, grenades, and walls. Which means that I need steel. I think this is as good a place as any to put a steel factory. We want it to be close to the science. Right in this opening here. We're going to make a steel assembly. And if I've done this right, it should produce steel. Why did it stop? Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot a key important ingredient. I had to put some undergrounds in and put some power lines in to get this to work right. But as long as the red long arm inserters can grab from the hood of that undergroundy and still use it, we're fine. So that works just marvelously. We are now producing steel. It's a 1-to-1 from the iron plates oven to the steel oven. So I got the iron belt runs around and stops right over here. Right here, it stops. And that's the last one that feeds in the iron. And then that gets fed into a box from each oven. And then I got the coal belt comes down and underneath all the boxes. So then it's another solid line of inserters all the way across. One of them feeds coal, one of them feeds iron to each oven all the way across. Now it takes, I wish I could just see the recipe here. Oh, you can, if you look over on the right hand side of the screen down there underneath there's a description. It tells you crafting speed 1 and finished products. But it doesn't tell you how fast it does it. You click on it. You can just watch it. But we need 5 plates to make one steel beam. But they take 5 times longer to make. So by the time this is done cooking the 5, as you can see, there's none in the buffer chest. It's like as soon as it's put in there, it's put into this, and then there's none left over. And we've got steel coming out. So there's that part taken care of, and we're still working on all the green-red science that we can get. So that will help because we need that for the piercing rounds magazine, which is part of the military science, which I want to get that set up today. That was step 1. Step 2 is to get a copper plates on the other side of that belt. So what we're going to do, we're going to run this belt up and then over this way. We're going to bring that over here. We're going to pinch off this coal and iron, this coal and copper right here. We're going to bring this all over here. And right up in here is going to be our military science setup, and that's going to belt down over there to the science array. I'll show you how we'll set that up when we get over there. But for now, I'm going to do this. Okay, here we got a setup that will give us the piercing ammunition clips for the military science. Up next, we need to make an assembly for grenades. But before we get into that one, we can grab the walls out of this chest right here and run them over. Oops, I misclick a lot. That happens a lot. Let's run these over, and we're gonna put them on the other belt with the magazines. And then we need to build a grenade setup, and then we need to build the setup that'll turn all that stuff into the white science, the military science. Alright, normally I would have done a jump cut here, but instead of doing that, we'll do a walkthrough tutorial type commentary. Alright, so I'm grabbing this coal, We're going to need that for the grenades. We're going to bring that over at the same time we bring the walls over. It just makes sense to run 2 belts at the same time. But there's that pesky reach limit. You can only reach like, I don't know, 8-10 blocks. It's not very far at all. But there we go. We got the walls coming in here. We'll run that belt down next to that ammo belt. More research is happening. There we go. Yeah, let's just keep working with the research. Okay, checking everything out. Instead of getting new copper, we're going to use this copper sheets later. Oh, that was already done for over there. This iron. We're going to use this iron here. We'll run it up. This is the iron we're using for the ammunition. So anything that doesn't get used there can be used over here with the grenades. So we'll run this down. Just a little bit. Or just to the other side of this belt here. Alright. I want to put the assemblers in, like, right in here. And we'll have a belt going right along this one, and then it'll turn and go this way, straight up. No, we'll go straight up. It'll be easier. And then let's see, we have to feed this up so that it ends up making its way to the top side of this belt here. So we could do something like this. And that would work. But I don't like this. I think this is ugly. I think we could do better. Let's see. If we go underground to here, and then we make these ones go underground. Oh wait. Hold on. Something was fishy here. This is going the other way. Yep, which means I have to feed it from this side and going that way. There we go. Now it's right. Alright. Now we take this and we run it up here like this, and then we turn and we go this way. It didn't matter which way we turned. We could turn either way, but we turn like that, throw it down like that, and that looks a lot cleaner, I think. Then we can run this one over here. And it doesn't matter which one of these belts goes under the other one. As long as one goes under the other one, that's fine. And we set these, and it's shift right click to select the building that you've got set. And then you can shift click and drag and set that same setting to all the buildings. It's a really handy feature that I found out. And then we just tell it, okay, feed the stuff and put the grenades on that belt. And then give it power, and it should turn on. And there we go, we have grenades automated. So we are 3/3 of the way there and almost done. Now we just have to make the assembler that turns it into the military science. It takes a lot of coal for these things, apparently. Holy crap. There, now they're taking plates. Now they're turning on. Now they're kicking in. There we go. Man, that takes a long time. But now it's working. Any minute now we should get grenades popping out on that belt. There they go. Awesome. So as a side effect of doing the military science pack, you get this nice little ammunition dump, munitions point set up right here. It's making ammunition. The next level up, I think it's called armor piercing. Piercing rounds magazines, yep. And the grenades and the walls. Now the walls are coming from the wall assembly that we have over here. I just hooked the belt to this chest and said, okay, let's bring that over. We grab the materials we need off this belt going out to make steel. I showed that already. I showed you guys that steel factory over there. It's making steel. The steel is coming in on this line right here. And I got some copper plates from over there because whatever wasn't being used by Red Science right here goes back around that way to get used for military science. And then it ends right there. So this copper and steel merge together on this belt and go up over here because we need the iron plates coming in on the bottom, and they make the ammunition magazine, and then that gets fed into the next machine up, and that grabs the steel and the copper plates off of there so that it can make the magazine, the piercing magazines, and then them get fed on this belt out here and go out and down and over here. So on this belt right here, what we have is we have piercing magazines, walls, and grenades. And if we go in here and look at the crafting recipe for military science, we need piercing rounds, magazines, walls, and grenades. So I'm going to set up a little assembly right here that makes the military science, and then we're going to belt that down over, and we're going to use, we're going to feed that into this system somehow, some way, some down here, and we will, let's see, if we take one of them off of each, like that, there we go, and we make them like this. No, it's going the wrong way. Like that, and about like that. We may have to move them power lines, like say up in here. Something like that. That's fine. So then we can belt right here. Our military science. So I'm going to get this set up, and I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, so these setups end up not taking nearly as long as I expected them to for the military science. And as a result, we have less jump cuts and more narration over top, which is fine. It's good. I can explain to you what I'm doing while I'm doing it instead of just giving you a little tour, which is okay. I'm comfortable either way. Here we're adding 5 assemblers so that we can make our military science, and that's a shift right click, shift click and drag to set them all to the same one. And then we need a long arm inserter and a regular inserter for each machine so that it has access to all of its resources. And then it'll be just a regular inserter to spit them out on the other belt. Connect power to it, and it's done. I mean, this stuff doesn't take very long at all. So, where other games, a project like, oh, we gotta make a whole nother thing, would take 15, 20, 25 minutes, and this game is taking 2 minutes, 3 minutes. So, like right there, we're done. We are producing military science. And there it is. Our military science is creating the white vials, and they are coming down, and they will feed onto this belt here and back up like this. And we are ready to start researching the ones with the white in it too. Let's finish up all the red green ones, and then that'll be the next ones we start. And then next episode we have to build an array for blue science, which means red circuit boards and blue circuit boards and all sorts of other fun stuff. It's pretty. I like it. It's awesome looking. Oh, this mishmash of belts going every which way, and it all runs all over the place. I just think it looks so cool. Drones are going to be so much easier. In this game, you can do away with belts if you get drones and bring everything close together. You just bring it in on a train, put it in a box, let the drones take care of it. But we got to get there first. Alright everyone, that's going to have to do it for today. If you like this episode, hit the thumbs up button. If you like my series and this channel, hit the subscribe button. If you want to know exactly when my next video comes out, hit that bell icon and you will get a notification. But you people have a wonderful day. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Arctic Wolf out.